Boop! Ladies and gentlemen and ninjas, welcome back here to the Decon on the African Geekdom Corner with your boy Jay Pizzle. Grab your coffees. Today I'm here to review Season 3 of For All Mankind.
When united behind a common goal, there is nothing we cannot achieve. It's only the beginning.
I didn't think I would ever review this one. It's on Apple TV Plus, by the way. For All Mankind, starring Joel Kinnaman. This one cast, it's an ensemble cast, a very huge cast. It's 3 seasons in now. To be honest, I've been watching it all along, and I didn't like season 1. I think I started watching it around season 2. I thought, so I'd get a season 2. I was like, wow. Because in my opinion, it's felt a bit like those, because the American movies, they've been obsessed with this moon landing thing since forever. The Right Stuff, and I think there was a TV show recently about the first moon landing. And even when I heard the synopsis for this, it was about like an alternate reality where the Russians landed on the moon first. Didn't really grab me. Because with all that was going on in the world, in real life, about the whole Russian hacking the American elections, I think, meh. Yeah, you guys are working out some therapeutic shit, so, you're working out some stuff. I'm going to let you do that. But then I watched the first season. I did not like it. Or at the very least, I thought I didn't like it. Because I found myself watching season 2, like right after. And I had not realized that this show had grabbed me, because the first season was slow as fuck. And it was super slow, a lot of build up, not much happening. A lot of the gun-ho military NASA stuff. A lot of American pride. And I did not notice when it took me in, honestly. Great performances all around, actually. And I was actually taken in by the characters. And speaking of the characters, all top-notch character development. Everybody gets their time to shine. A true ensemble piece. Joel Kinnaman is basically the biggest name in there, but he's not the singular name in there that gets to shine. So, and it's very impressive. The special effects, perfect. Can't fault the special effects at all. Apple obviously invested some money in this. They are a real silent killer, Apple TV Plus. You would count them out of the streaming game, but they've got some seriously good stuff on there. And the story, as I mentioned, is pretty straightforward. The inciting incident is basically it's the space race back in the 60s, but the Russians this time get to the moon before the Americans, and this sets off a chain of events that it ignites the space race more than it ever was here in our reality, because now they don't stop. They have to win. They have to get a win over the Russians. And this show surprised me in that now in its 3rd season, came out a little later than it should have, probably because of the whole COVID thing. It is as consistent as it was in the first season. I mean, if you some shows, they meander and lose themselves. But if you come into this show because of you liked everything in the first season, you'll be here for it. Now, it's consistent. The showrunners, I need to check those, and producers, whoever they are, they managed to keep things consistent and on an even keel. They did not miss one narrative beat. You would say there are loose threads at some point. None, nothing hanging loose that you could pull out story-wise. And definitely they kind of upped the, I don't know how they did it. They did up the ante with the amount of crisis. I mean, just episode 1 in season 3, boom, right out the gate, something bad happens. So they upped the ante, but somehow managed to keep it grounded and level-headed. Also, this season touches more on the real-world events that's going on right now in our timeline, in our world, and somehow they managed to infuse those topics into the narrative, but it didn't damage the story, didn't damage the show or on its own. A clear or glaring example of TV shows that buckled under the weight of the message would be everything DC related, CWDC, where they prioritize all sorts of messages above the story and the characters. Here, the stories and the characters came first, and they lightly infused some real-world issues into the show. And if you ask me, all great sci-fi does this. You're not a proper science fiction show if you're not dealing with the issues of the day, in the real-world issues of the day. If there's no commentary on it, I suppose you could just make a brain-dead action sci-fi romp. I like those. It has its place. But I'm also very impressed when I see something that's cleverly written and dealing with some real-world shit. So, yeah. If you're a big science fiction fan, and yeah, big science fiction concepts, and this season they go to Mars, so that's great. After spending 2 seasons on the moon. Yeah, this will be for you. This comes with a strong recommend for science fiction fans, or just people like well-made character dramas. Yeah, this would be for you too. So, I would give this 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10 reels. And on my Shaggy scale, I'll definitely give this one a Mr. Bombastic. Mr. Bombastic! So, this has been me, your boy JP. Live long and prosper. May the force be with you. May the odds be ever in your favor. Wakanda forever, my ninjas. Catch you next time.